My name is Drake, running real estate here on YouTube. Today we're going to talk about 5 intangibles that make someone a successful real estate agent. Let's get right into it. So last week we really got into what it takes to make it in the real estate business as a sales agent. Today we're going to talk more intangibles, just some real talk of personal experience, what it takes to get it done. We're going to go over 5 things. Let's get right into it. So if you clicked on this video, chances are you want to be that person that's a real estate sales agent. So to catch you up, I'll talk a bit about my qualifications, or else there's really no point listening to me. This is my first full year in real estate. I am blessed with an excellent team of individuals, and this year we will be able to sell between 70 and 80 units. I said 80 in the last video. We've had a few deals fall through, so to be completely honest, we're going to end the year around 70 to 80 units sold. The average sales price per deal is about $250,000, low for the national average, but on par here in Arkansas where we do work. Today's video is additional insight on what it takes to push past the point of just surviving in real estate and begin to thrive in the business. And like I said last time, 85 to 90% of agents will fail within the first 5 years. So I'm sharing today for you what can help you completely avoid that and just begin to crush it in this business. First, you have to have a gritty mentality. And for me, that means being okay with and accepting getting knocked down, but getting back up the next day or next week and taking massive action towards your end goals. One example of this can be, how do you handle it when a deal falls through? And deals fall through all the time. Whether it's something that came up on the inspection report, the buyer's financing falling through, any other challenges that could occur from under contract to close, you have to have a gritty mentality to make it through those difficult situations. Next, you are going to have so many people doubting you. It comes with the territory. If you enter into this business, most people know that uncle or that aunt that was one of the 85 to 90% of people that failed within their first few years in real estate. So don't take it personally. People are projecting their personal experiences and interactions onto you. If you do believe you're one of that 10 to 15% that will survive, then ultimately that 5% that will thrive, that won't bother you at all with a gritty mentality. Seems counterintuitive, but for me, the mentality also includes up here, what is my why? If your why is serving the community with an abundance mindset, it's going to help ground you to where you can push through those challenges that I mentioned in the first part of this point. Point number 2. Wait, hold up. Before I go into point number 2, if you will, please drop a like on the video. That would mean the world to me. If you want to see Running Real Estate take off, that does a lot of work for us. Also, I want to mention Meet Kevin favorited one of my comments. Thank you, Meet Kevin. This man is a legend and one of the hardest working. Mad respect. So point number 2, if you are okay committing 100% of your time, effort, and energy to this pursuit, you will make it in real estate. The commitment level to be a top producer includes making massive sacrifices in every area of your life for at least the first 2 to 3 years to get your business off the ground, to show the market that you're here and you mean business. Yes, real estate sales does have a fairly low barrier to entry when you weigh it out with other industries. The test is a little bit more difficult than it sounds, but it is achievable to get your license. However, just because a lot of people can make it into the business does not mean that everybody has the capability to stay in the business. And the simple reason for it points back to the commitment level. It takes all of your time, energy, and effort. You have to be willing to go do showings at the drop of a hat, take really any business you can get your hands on when you first get started, and make sure that everybody that you know knows that you're selling real estate, is okay with it, and will refer you out if they get the chance. With that being said, you have to be all in on social media. If you try to hide on one of your social media channels or not make that your real estate page or make that more personal, the market will know that, because everybody that you talk to interacts with you on social media on a different channel. So you have to be all in across the board. Another trait that is very hard to develop, but the top 1% agents have it, is they're not only extremely detailed and analytical, but they can also make people feel comfortable. They're comfortable selling, they're comfortable telling a story, they're comfortable conveying their message. And this is a very rare combination that not a lot of people possess. You find a lot of people that are heavy on the operations side, or you find a lot of people that are heavy on the sales side, but the best of the best can do both. And I'll be the first to tell you, this takes a lot of practice. Naturally, I've always been into sales, but I've really had to develop the muscle of the detail and the analytical work and knowing my business better than anybody on my team, which I'll admit I don't always do, and they would probably say the same thing. However, that leads me to my next point, and I do believe point 4 is where the magic really happens. I want to sincerely thank you if you're still on this video. My producer and I appreciate it so sincerely. If you're still here, all we ask for is that magic thumbs up. So point 4, yes, you have to be both detail-oriented and analytical and really good at sales. However, point 4 is so important. You have to hire people earlier than you think you may need to cover your blind spots and make sure that your team is operating at max efficiency. And even if you're not the person that's completely sold on the team model, say you want to be an independent agent, brand as yourself, and really have a small business, it still might make sense to have that person on your team that covers your blind spots if, say, you're more focused towards sales to cover the detail than analytics, or vice versa. I think hiring people early shows that you have a humble approach to your business and a service mindset. For me, when I started hiring people, a few folks said, it's really early, are you sure you can pay them? Are you sure you can take on that expense? And my response was, no, I don't know, but I'm making a bet that the team I surround myself with will cover my blind spots and allow me to operate more efficiently and at a higher level, so that over the next 6 to 12 months, it was a no-doubter that we were able to pay them and continue to grow them in their role. And number 5, you must be a driven person who is extremely motivated by setting targets and hitting targets. I've talked about this on past videos, but real estate is not something that people often approach as a business, and you really have to do that. We talked about the 90-day rule, from an important real estate interaction to receiving possible revenue from that interaction. And what that does is it always forces you to forecast out a quarter in advance. I want to know on any given month, let's say this month is November, what I could be walking away with and what my team could produce revenue-wise in December, January, and February. In December, that will be January, February, and March. Setting these targets, understanding the bell curve of real estate sales from, say, 2x the number of sales in July to January, and how that interacts with your business plan is so important. If I can tell you anything, set those targets, make them achievable at a stretch, and track that stuff every single day, and that'll help you immensely. Again, my name is Drake, running real estate here on YouTube. Today we tied up the series talking about 5 intangibles that make someone a successful real estate agent. If that person is you, please take the advice, jump into the career. If I can help you in any way, I'm happy to do so. And in return, all I ask is that you like the video, drop a comment, and continue to update us on your journey. I'm out.